going on, Playboys? It is day 46 of our 0 to 10K challenge.
Take the exit, then take a sharp left turn onto Main Street.
We're getting it. Today was a little bit of it was a nice day. Had a BNI meeting in the morning. Was able to...
At the light, use the left lane to take a sharp left turn onto Main Street.
For my mock-up that I'm doing at the composite mill. So that's pretty good. The one thing that is a little bit, off is I had to stop and drop off tools to the guys in Hemlock because of this little mishap. They brought one hammer drill with 3 guys, so dropped off 2 hammer drills and 2 bits issues. I got the wrong bits. That is what it is. They needed a...
In about 1 mile, turn left onto East Parker Street.
But, it is what it is at this point. I'm not pressed about it, but now I'm gonna be doing the mock-up. Gotta do a little bit of demo, and then polish up a sample for these people. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's gonna look really nice. Problem is, it does create a lot of dust, and I have to see if I have a dust shroud from the 4-inch grinder that we have. Besides that, beautiful day going on right now. We're getting pretty close to ramping up to full time. Pretty close, with 3 or 4 or 5 polish jobs in the making. Dave's Hot Chicken and Advanced Textile with the epoxy and all the other. We're well on our way to get there. It is a bit frustrating, I can't say. Sometimes I deal with that, and you book work, and sometimes you have to do the work you're booking, but it's for the greater good of the company. I'm pretty excited about what's going on here. We're on the verge of the precipice, and being able to get work in the winter.
At the next light, turn left.
And people are, I don't know why they're thinking about us in 20-degree weather, but since they're thinking about us, this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, and we're super appreciative of that. We have work in Montrose all the way to Ringgold, PA, and it's phenomenal. Plus, we're getting a lot more traction on our...
At the light, turn left onto East Parker Street.
So, CoStars is a government cooperative purchasing program that allows us to skip the bidding process, but they're still going to bid. These people, they want what's best for them, and they deserve that. So we're not gonna, we don't penalize people for that, but we get the chance to...
In a 1/4 mile, turn right.
A bigger pool of customers, and those customers, are heads of states. They are heads of certain operations, and that's a really good deal, in my opinion. We're recognized within that community as a installer, as a certified contractor. So it's a pretty big deal. Sometimes it's a bit unfortunate, right? Because I'm just getting into this place now. Sometimes it's a bit unfortunate, due to the fact that you got to put in the time, and you got to work when you don't see any results. That's the tough part. Every other part is rather easy, but when you start, park over here. When you start something, you pray to see some results. You're hoping that you get a chance to be able to, see some fruits. When you start something and there are no fruits, there is none of that. There's not much certainty. You have to create the certainty. You have to create systems that will, put you in a certain direction, it gets a little tough. Put this here. The biggest thing that I believe that you can do for your business is to, first and foremost, I'm gonna let that ambulance pass, is to get a list of data from qualified people. So basically it's like lead generation. You have to do your own lead generation and create your own warm list. This is a big deal because if you don't have a warm list, you have little to no motivation to keep going. So you have to build a list to have something to look forward to. Second, you reach out to these people. So you can use Outscraper like I did for a few lists. One of them was waterproofing companies, great list to target. I targeted epoxy coating companies, great list to target, but it just depends. If you're a painter, you're going to target, waterproofing company. You're going to target the same people and you're going to introduce yourself. You want to be that guy for that set of tasks. And the same thing we have to do. We have to be the first one to the ball. We have to be the first one they think about. And the only way to do that is it's freezing. Maybe there are people marketing on Facebook, 100%. But reaching out via email, it's a bit tough. And calling some of these people is even tougher. So it's one of those things where you start to build this demand up, this waterfall of sorts, and you put yourself in certain positions where at first you were crazy, but over time your thoughts are accepted as because you're showing the fruits of that. So back to it. Once you pull a list from Outscraper, you go to outscraper.com. I would target in the area that you want. So if you're in Louisiana and you're a local service business, you target within the city or the state of Louisiana, and you would look up the certain, I don't know, like if you're a painter or a restoration or you're a fabricator, you're a manufacturer, you would target within that because your local audience is within that sphere. After it pulls this huge list, I used, there's called an email validator. There's probably cheaper ways of doing it, like maybe do Python. And you could just get a CSV of that, funnel it through Python, and what it'll do, Python will just automatically, there are certain libraries you can upload. Like you basically just create a script and it would just attempt to verify each email, and then if it doesn't verify, it kicks it out. That's the free way of doing it. But if you're not technical, you can use email validators. It's around $40 for 5,000 emails. And the reason why you're doing it is because once you start emailing these people, you will not, you're going to 100% deal with bounced emails. That's the first issue. The second issue, after having bounced emails, is your domain, your email hosting provider will begin to start blocking you and even start messing with your MX records if you're messing with a reputation. So take that as you want, but I would 100% do an email validator. And then let's say out of that list of 5,000, you're left with 1,500. That's an amazing number, because you could probably set it up on an auto emailer, or you could do it yourself, copy and paste email to these people, and let's say 1% responds, which is still not bad. It's with 10 people, that's 10 people that you can now sell that you were never going to have a chance with. Plus, you're going to have a higher rate of return, since you're only emailing emails that are currently being used, not fake emails, not emails that are not in service. So, for instance, if you if you like, and you start thinking about being efficient, you go from having an email that 5,000 emails. Let's say you're sending 200. We're gonna just stick to 100 emails a day, just because that's a round number. But let's say we do 200 emails a day. So most email providers will let you do 200. So let's say we're gonna be up there and you're hungry. If you did 100 emails a day, it would take you 50 days to send out 5,000 emails. If you did 200, which is double, it would take you 25 days. The issue is let's say 60% of those emails are fake. You won't find out that half of those emails are fake, because now you're gonna send out a bulk emailer to 2,500 people that are fake, and you're losing those amount of days. So let's say it's mixed in. So let's say half and half. So now you still have to spend 12 days or 12 and a half days of work to find out that half of the emails, and it's going to be almost the entire way, because since they're alphabetically organized, you're going to be losing probably around 15 to 16 days of emails, because you're doing 200 emails a day. So you're basically sending each one, and that's like, yeah, it's around there. Yeah, it's around there. Like if you did 100 emails a day, think about it. If you got rid of all the fake ones, and let's say you're left with 1,500 emails, you go from having to send the equivalent of 35 days of emails, which is what it is, to now compressing that and getting to the sweet spot, the honeypot, and you're gonna get to those emails in 15 days. That means you're gonna get to that in front of your customer almost on day one, if they don't have like spam policies and stuff. But like that's a way better return, and now you're not trying to fight an uphill battle. Well, and on top of that, let's say you're messaging. Let's say you do get to message each of these people. It's 5,000. You don't care. You're gonna message them. Your email provider will block you. They will. And like once you're getting to like maybe like 200-300 bounced emails, not even that. If you're getting like 20 bounced emails a day, like after a week, they're gonna block your account for the entire weekend. So you lost 3 days of work, 3 days of efficiency. So now instead of reaching that ideal customer in, let's say 3 days or 4 days, now you're not going to be touching that person that would have been your ideal customer for almost a week. So it's way better to just, if I know it's tough, if you don't got the money, I would work on Python. I would work on scripts that will scan emails to see if they're valid, and then have it spit out another script that separated them. And with that, like you're basically $0 in the hole for that work. And that's how I would do it. That's the best way of doing it. I really appreciate email marketing, especially if, super easy. Like if they respond, they're interested, you can't beat that. So, with that being said, right now I've arrived to Advanced Textile, and I'm going to be doing a mock-up of sorts. Got a demo, maybe around four pieces of towel on 2 spots, and it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a beautiful day, people. Follow along. I did create the Discord. I haven't really brought it up, and I know around 30 people or 25 people have started following me from starting this journey of documenting this process from basically 0 to hero, and we're getting somewhere finally. It's cold, but as they say, the work works on you more than you work on it. I guess the other thing I gotta say is, after doing this challenge, you understand where most of your time goes. So like I've come to the realization that I spend more time working on my partnership than I do on my own things that make me money. I know the partnership makes me money, but that's long-term money. That's potential money versus right now money. So it puts things into perspectives and lets me understand that, like, I need money now, but I also need money later. So I have to intentionally put things aside to put myself first. It's tough. Most people are not used to putting themselves first. There are other businessmen and business ladies and women that, they find it easy. But to others, it's tough. They find it easier because you get instant gratification from your work, but not much money, right? So, with that being said, put yourself first when it comes to making money, and be okay to charge. It's okay to charge. People are happy to buy, and if they're not happy to buy, you're not standing in front of the right person. No, from a lot of my prior experiences, means not now. And if you stop, it definitely means no. But if you don't stop, it means not now, not right now. And as one of my great mentors used to say, pay me now or pay me later. Either way, I'm getting paid.